We need to talk about your balls. Are they smooth or covered in bits of annoying fluff? These are my balls. See how they glisten in the light? Your balls can be like these, but you gotta use the right tools for the job. This? No. This? No. This! Only if that's what you're into. Balls are delicate, sensitive, easy to damage. Someone's taken a chunk out of that one. That's why I use the Lawnmower 4.0. It's got skin-safe technology with a replaceable ceramic blade, so you can trim with confidence. It's got an LED light, so you can always see what you're doing. Lights, please! And what's more, it's got a wireless charging system and it's waterproof. You can even drop it in your pint. You wouldn't want to drink it, though. It's got pubes in it. The Manscaped lawnmower is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. That's over 4 million balls. Isn't it time you joined them and use the right tools for the job? Because when it comes to balls, you don't want to muck about.
Go to manscaped.com and check out the all-new Lawnmower 4.0 and receive free shipping.
New Mood is an effective daily stress supplement designed to help you relax and help your body maintain an optimal mood balance. Great for unwinding after a long day and helping to ease ordinary stress, New Mood works by combining the 2 raw building blocks of important neurotransmitters, L-tryptophan and 5-HTP, to help the body maintain a state of peaceful calm. Check the reviews. Thousands of people worldwide are already enjoying the relaxing effects of New Mood on a daily basis. And right now, as a special offer, we're giving you the opportunity to try New Mood totally free. Just pay shipping and handling, and we'll send you out a free 30-count bottle of New Mood right away. Simple as that. The reason we are doing this is that we're confident you'll love New Mood and that you'll make it a part of your daily routine. And if you don't want to, we'll make it as easy as possible to cancel. We're only able to offer a limited amount of free bottles per day, so get your free bottle of New Mood now while it's still available.
The good.
Welcome back to the Final Shot Podcast. Today the podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. It's www.manscaped.com. Use the promo code FINALSHOT20 on checkout. Now I know, I don't know what the age demographic is going to be for shaving your nuts, but I think it's probably 18 to 45, and I'm pretty sure like 99.9% of guys shave their nuts. Now, if you guys out there, you've used one of those traditional hair shavers, guaranteed you've nicked your nuts at least once. It's a fucking bloodbath. Not with the Lawnmower 4.0. Check them out, guys. Manscaped.com. Use the promo code FINALSHOT20 on checkout and save 20% on your purchase. Guys, I called in a late night podcast with the homie Ryan Rozicki today because he has got the biggest fight of his life coming up this week. Ryan, what the fuck are you doing up so late in Ontario right now?
Freaking just fight week, hard to sleep, too excited.
Okay, first thing we got to go through is how did this fight come to happen?
Well, I'll run through the day for you. So, as y'all know from the last podcast, my fiance Dion was pregnant, and she was in labor. So she was in labor. We were getting everything ready, she's got a Jeep, so we're packing the Jeep up. But it's getting exciting now. I'm gonna say contractions are starting, and her mom is timing the contractions, and we're all excited. And next thing you know, I get a call from my promoters, a 3-way call, and of course I didn't answer it because I was a little busy. But I was a little because I was the driver to the hospital, right? We had about an hour and 30 minute drive to the hospital from Waikaga to Sydney. If you're familiar with Cape Breton, then so anyways, I didn't answer, and then it was like another call, and I'm like, geez, what the heck's going on? And then I got a text from Dan, and he says, you got to pick up, Brian. We got a big opportunity here. So I pick up the phone, and what's going on? And he's like, you sitting down? I'm like, yeah. He goes, we got you a world title fight. So first thing that pops into my head, I'm like, okay, Lawrence Okolie or Breedis, who is it? Or do I got to cut to light heavyweight? Yeah. And they're like, first thing I said, I'm like, I'm in. Like, I didn't even ask who the name was. It was just like, world title fight, I'm in. And they're like, yeah, it's Oscar Rivas for the new Bridgerweight world title. Obviously, I knew about the fight, him versus Brian Jennings.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, Jesus, Oscar Rivas? All right, let's go.
That's a tall task, because that guy, he's a big dude.
Oh, yeah, he's a heavyweight. Like,
yeah.
The Bridgerweight, like, the weight division, it's new, and, you know, it's not going to get respect until you put respect in it with great fights. That's the only way it's going to get respect. But right now, like, we might as well call it a heavyweight fight.
Well, I like the weight class because it breaks up that heavyweight class a little bit. I believe the 200 to the 225 pound probably should be the true heavyweight class. Then anything above that should be super heavyweight.
100%. I think that there's a case to be made there for sure. That's like, but the Bridgerweight name is after the kid. I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Bridger, and that's the kid who saved the girl.
Yeah.
His little sister from the pit bull attack.
Yeah.
So I'm not against the name of the weight division, because I think that's great. You know what I mean?
The story behind the name is amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's almost like it'd be a shame to change the name just because of that story.
Yeah.
But I do also see, like, heavyweight and then super heavyweight does make sense.
I hope that they fly that little boy in to see the fight.
They should, 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
I hope they do. I hope Yvon Michel and the WBC fucking do something for that kid. Get him brought in for the first ever Bridgerweight title fight. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's named after him. Like, that's a good point. Yeah, someone should mention that.
Just did. He'll hear it. Yvon Michel. Just
did. Yeah, he'll be watching this podcast. So.
Yeah, Yvon Michel finally unblocked me from Instagram. So as soon as your fight was signed, he unblocked me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he must have known that I was going to be on the podcast. Let's see what this guy's saying. Going up against my guy.
He knew something was up. So I immediately reposted the meme that got me blocked by Yvon Michel to see if he blocked me again, and he didn't. So we're good.
Okay. Good to go.
But I said it in private, but I'll say it publicly. Congratulations on the birth of your child. That's awesome, man. I hate the fact that you're away from home so early into her life, because it's a fun time right now. But this is an amazing opportunity for you, and I'm glad that you got it.
Yeah, like I'll go back to the story. So anyways, I said yes to the fight. Then off we went to the hospital. Dion was number one. Dion is I thought that I was tough.
Yeah.
I'm a boxer. I got some professional fights, lots of street fights. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a pretty tough guy. I ain't shit. Because after you see a woman give birth,
yep.
Wow, whoa. It completely changed my whole perception of what tough means.
What we conceive as pain is nothing that the ladies go through when they give birth. It's not even close.
No, and like, obviously I'm not going to say too much because she'd probably kick my ass, but like what she went through in the course of like 12 hours was just mind-blowing. Meanwhile, like, I'm waiting for this contract to come in, and at the same time, like, I'm by her side through labor, and then the baby's born, and it wasn't a quick process. It was a pretty long, brutal haul, but like, she was born, and then meanwhile, while she was born, they're waiting patiently for the contract to be signed because there's other fighters that were trying to get it, and if I didn't sign it, they were going to give the fight to somebody else because, like, you know, they needed a replacement opponent like that.
Yeah.
So, like, here I am in the hospital, and I got my newborn baby in their arms, and, like, at the same time, I'm like, well, geez, like, now I gotta grab my phone and sign this contract so I can fight for a world title. And then it was like, we got to fly you out tomorrow to start training camp. And I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. I had 2 days with her, and I had to fly to camp.
It's an amazing thing that you just went through having your first child. Watching your girlfriend, wife, fiance go through something like that it's almost traumatic. Because
yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah,
you have no idea what the fuck's going on until it's actually happening, and you're like, oh my god.
No, and you can watch all the videos to prepare for it. Nothing prepares you for it.
No,
like I got a really fucking strong stomach, but like, so like gore and blood and guts don't bother me, but just to see someone, you know, like you're so close with go through that. It was just like, it was different. I think there's no words to describe it really.
Well, I remember when my daughter was being born, the nurse looked at me and said, "Oh, do you want to touch the head?" Fuck no. Get the kid out. Let's get this going.
I see. I'm the complete opposite now. I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna fucking pull that baby out right now. Like, let's get her out." Yeah.
No, I'm freaked out of that stuff. I'll do something wrong, and who knows what's happening. I cut the umbilical cord. I did all that shit, but I'm not touching no heads as they're halfway out holes. I'm not doing it.
I didn't miss a thing, man. I had her leg like this, and I was literally just like watching the whole process. I didn't miss one thing.
I was talking to Dylan Carmen the other day because he just had his first child too, which congratulations to him and his lady. And I was like, it's funny. All the alpha males I know, they all have girls first. And I was like, it's probably to check us, to keep us in line.
That's how the universe works.
Yeah.
100%.
Second one, if you have another one, it'll be a boy, guaranteed.
Yep, and I bet you the girl's going to be the fighter.
Probably.
The boy's going to be the dancer.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. That don't matter to me, but like, I don't know. There's her name is Maylee, so her hands, like my little sister just had a baby, I believe 4 months ago, and he's like, a good size, quite a bit bigger than my daughter, and her hands and feet are the same size as his. The exact same measurements. It's so funny. She looks like a little version of Dion, and then she's got my hands. So I mean, she could be a clubber.
So, what is the actual weight of your daughter when she was born?
She was 7. No, what was it? 6? No, 7'1.6". I want to say.
Because Dion is not a very big lady. She's very small.
Tiny. She's 90. She was 90 some pounds before she got pregnant. 98 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So my mother was 5 feet tall and 98 pounds, and I was 8 pounds 6 ounces.
Oh Jesus, that was a bad one.
Yeah. Could you imagine? And no C-section, natural birth.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
But, okay, let's get on to the fight. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy every moment that you have, that you can get with your daughter when you're not in camp and all that. And yes, I do have a gift for you guys. I will send it after the fight because I'm not going to send it now. Okay. I want you to be home and comfortable and all that shit. But
okay, sounds good.
Oscar Rivas, tall task, big dude, but he's beatable.
I think so. I think anybody's beatable.
It's just a man. They all bleed.
That's it. I like this is where my mind is at now. It's, at first, of course, I'm like questioning myself. Can I win this fight? Of course, I'm going to take the fight because, like I said many times, it doesn't matter to me who I fight, what the risks are. I'm going to fight whoever. But like, obviously, right off the hop, I'm like, Jesus, is this possible to beat this guy for me? But like, the more I think about it, the more it's like, yeah, like it's 100% possible. If I land the right shot, we come in with the right game plan. Like, why can't I beat him? If Jack Dempsey beat Jess Willard 1919, why can't I do this? If Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson, why can't I do this? Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman. These things happen.
It's not out of the ordinary that an upset's going to happen or a guy's going to come up a weight class and beat the heavier guy. It's not abnormal that it's going to happen. But what is abnormal is you guys kind of have the same style a little bit, where you're going to get in the pocket and you're going to throw. Now, Oscar Rivas does have great punching power. I believe he's going to need more than one to put you away. I think it's going to be 2 or 3, where I think you could probably put him away with 1.
Well, from what I've been told, the inside word, we both have the same opponent. We both fought Sylvain Lewis in our last fights, and the fights were a month apart.
Yep.
He got Sylvain Lewis coming out of a 4-year layoff. I got Sylvain Lewis with the ring rust out and with more training behind him. So I got the better version of Sylvain Lewis. And he didn't take much punishment in the second fight with Oscar Rivas, the fight that he had a month before me.
Yeah.
So I got a fresh, motivated Sylvain Lewis. And what I was told from from inside his camp or whatever from his coach is that I'm the harder puncher by a long shot. He said I'm a way harder puncher than Oscar Rivas. That being said, I'm not a heavier puncher. I'm just a harder puncher. He's going to have more weight behind the shots. He's going to be probably physically stronger than me, you know. But like as far as the one punch power goes, like I got that on him.
Well, it's going to be a different fight for Oscar Rivas too. He's going to be the bigger man for once.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, he's fighting guys that are got some weight and height on him. He does like to throw that loopy overhand right a lot, which he won't get away with you.
I don't know. Like it comes from a weird angle, right?
Yep.
And like something I'm very, very real. So like I don't got this false like cockiness or confidence about me. Like I'm gonna say it how it is. And I don't like if I'm the boxing, which I am a huge fan of boxing, and I love like when fights are made, like picking winners and how the fight can be won and stuff like that. So like if I look at the fight from the outside, like pretend that I'm not me for a minute here and I'm looking at ROZICKI versus Rivas, it's like number one, he's got this sharp, powerful overhand right, comes from weird angles. ROZICKI's got a bad left eye. It's a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
for me, that just presents a challenge. But if I'm a fan looking at it, it's like, fuck, how does that, that's not good for ROZICKI kind of thing.
When it comes to stuff like that for you, I don't really take it into consideration because you don't care too much. If you get cut, you're gonna fight harder. If you get clipped, you're gonna fight harder. It's just the way you go out on your shield.
100%. Like that's the thing is that, I got nothing to lose in this fight. I'm not supposed to go past a round with him as far as the boxing enthusiasts go. Like, I see all the writers and I see all these experts in boxing, and they're just like, they don't even really know who I am. They're just kind of like putting me to the side, and it's like, I'm the opponent coming in on, way too light, too small, short notice, all that. So I get it. So anything I do is going to be an upset in this fight.
It's a real life Rocky versus Apollo Creed moment for you. This is what everybody wants in their career at one point.
Oh, for sure. It's just like I said, there's the pressure's on him. It's all, it's like, hey, if I lose to Oscar Rivas, so what? When I jumped up a weight division, like you could say 2 weight divisions. And what, like if he loses this fight or has a tough fight, what does he do with his career? Jesus, man, you just lost to a cruiserweight who never went past 6 rounds before, has never even fought close to your level before.
Yeah,
that's a tough one for him. They got multi-millions invested in this guy, and I'm just coming from what? Like if he loses this fight, that's not good for him. If I lose this fight, hey, I got the exposure. Now I might get some more fights.
Well, I've been taking some heat over the last couple of weeks because I'm picking you to win. I don't bet against you. And the French people are calling me stupid and all kinds of names. But they know Oscar Rivas for going into the ring and demolishing guys that have no name. And I said it, and I felt like an asshole after I said it last time, but you're not supposed to be in this fight.
That's right.
You're not supposed to be here. But you're highly motivated.
Close.
Highly motivated. You've got a new little 7-pound piece of motivation sitting at home waiting for you to come home. It's a dangerous fucking man going into the ring.
Yep, and I have zero fear. I mean zero fear of this guy. None. And if I got knocked out, to me, I don't care. So I'm going to go in there as a high-risk fight. Like, it's going to be, I got nothing to lose. And I know if I clip him once with the right punch, it's over.
Well, if you clip him and you hurt him, he's not going to be doing the same shit that he was doing before.
No,
he's going to be.
No. And if I clip him and I hurt him, I'm on him. I'm on him until the fight's either over or I pass out of exhaustion. One of those 2 things is going to happen.
Well, for the fans that haven't watched one of your fights yet, which I would be very pissed off if the hardcore listeners of the show haven't gone and watched a Ryan Rozicki fight yet. But every one of them, you can watch the finish. Somebody gets clipped, and then the fight's over 10 seconds later. It's finished.
Yeah.
You go in for the kill, you get the job done, you get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and it's going to be dangerous again. I'm not, like I said before, I'm a realist. It's going to be dangerous against Oscar Rivas. Even if I hurt him and I come in for the kill, it's a 50-50 chance that I might get it back.
Yeah.
Maybe even more, maybe even a bigger chance. But I'm ready to take that chance. Even if it was a 1% chance in 100 that if I clip him and hurt him and I go in for the kill, that I'm going to get slept in the process, I'm still going for that 1% chance. Because
if we're being real, you need a finish to win this fight.
Yeah, I'm not winning a decision in Quebec.
Not a chance. not on Yvon Michel. Not on an Yvon Michel card. He's the Don King of Canadian boxing. Sorry,
they got too much invested in Oscar Rivas. Way too much invested. And like I said before, a loss for him, to me, to an unknown cruiserweight, that's if it doesn't end his career, it's the beginning of the end.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Let's say you do win this fight. Do you keep going on in the Bridgerweight division, or are you going to go back down to cruiserweight?
I'll probably go back down to cruiserweight.
Okay.
Yeah, or even light heavyweight. I came into my last camp 189, 188, 189, and that was just me eating healthy and running lots. Like I got no business in there with a heavyweight as far as, you know.
What do you weigh right now then?
Right now, eating like a motherfucker. Like I'm talking white bread, table salt, like the whatever can retain water on my body, and I'm about 198, 199.
Jesus Christ. Really? You're going to walk in at 200 pounds?
Yeah. I'm going to get to 200 pounds for the weigh-ins, and that's going to be me like retaining extra water that I don't need on me. The fight, like after the weigh-ins, and I go and I drink lots of water and flush it out, yeah. I'll come into the fight the next day probably 190, 192 to 195.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest thing the biggest thing I was worried about is if you're going to go in there puffy with extra weight, it's not something that you're going to be used to. So cardio might be an issue.
I'm going in the same guy that you've seen in all my fights.
All of them?
Okay. Yeah. 100%.
We're just putting on a little bit of water weight. No big deal.
I'm just putting on water weight just to make the weight so I can qualify to fight for the title. Because if I don't make 200 pounds, then I can't qualify to fight for that Bridgerweight belt.
Okay, so you need to weigh 200 even or 200.1?
I think it's just 200 even.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Are you going to be nervous stepping on the scale? Most guys are nervous when they're cutting weight to step on the scale, right? You're might be a little nervous getting on there being big enough.
Well, we'll check before, right? And if I need to put on a couple weight, I'll just chug water and just keep chugging water, eat another couple pieces of bread, something just to retain the water in my stomach. Like I said, it's only going to be temporary weight, and then I get back to my comfortable weight, because a 3 week, I took the fight on I think it was 3 weeks notice. That's not enough time to put on functional muscle mass or functional weight. You need, yourself, you need or any, fitness guys know that. Look how long it took Evander Holyfield to make that jump to heavyweight. Look how long it took Usyk. It takes it's a process to put on functional muscle. You don't just lift weights and then all of a sudden it's explosive muscle. It has to be trained. You have to put the weight on and then you train the weight.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, and that's a long time to do that.
Well, if we really wanted to put you in the Bridgerweight division at a competitive weight, realistically, we'd have to take you at a competition for a year, get you on a fairly decent cycle of steroids, get you lifting weights, get you back off the steroids, get it out of your system, keep lifting weights, maintain that size, and then start training.
Yeah, and then go back to boxing.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. Number one, I would never, ever, ever do steroids. I just can't mentally, that wouldn't, I don't know. I just couldn't do it. And number two, I just don't think that my bone structure ain't just cut out. It's just not cut out for that. You know what I mean? I think my bone structure is built for cruiserweight, max cruiserweight.
Yeah.
But that being said, I know my power and I know my chin and I know I'm a different kind of fighter. And sometimes where you lack in one thing, I lack in the weight, I kind of make up for it in other areas. Not saying I'm going to win the fight. I'm just saying I know that if anyone's got a chance, I think I got a chance.
Did Yvonne Michelle, was he smart and did he put a rematch clause in this one? Oh, wow.
No, that's how confident they are that I'm getting blasted out.
Oh, wow. I heard talk around the water cooler is that they didn't want this fight.
They wanted to Slanko, I believe.
Okay.
They wanted him or somebody else. I think it was Slanko, but they I wasn't their first choice. That's what I've heard as well.
It was amazing to see that you got the fight because I think they had you at number 18.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. And they just did that just so I could get the fight.
Yeah.
Like you know how boxing works, the crookedness behind boxing. It's like, let's throw them in the rankings right now so then we can get the fight in 20 minutes.
So let's skate back in time a little bit before this fight was signed. There was a post that you put out and you were contemplating retirement.
I was.
What the fuck was going on with that?
Because I was just fed up with like just the bullshit of boxing and what was going on. And then after I seen what they did with Evander Holyfield, it made me so sick that I was like, I don't want nothing to do with this sport. Because like what they did to him was just, to me, it was gut wrenching. And I didn't want to be a part of it. I was like, you know what? Like I'll make a living somewhere else. I can chop wood. I could do labor in Cape Breton. You know, I love to fight, but to me, this boxing sport, it's not what I got into it for. I got into it because I love the old school guys. Like I wanted to be like Jack Dempsey. I wanted to be like Rocky Marciano and these guys, and it just didn't exist anymore. So I'm like, why am I even wasting my time? Then this offer comes, and then it just reignited everything.
Well, this is an opportunity for you to turn the tables around on everybody that's doing this fucking stupid celebrity boxing, because you go out and you knock Oscar Rivas out next week and the whole spotlight's going to be on you. And then I get a voice. Then you have a voice, right? And then you're going to be offered every fucking show that you want to go on, and you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, 100%.
You've already gone on one of the biggest boxing shows. Was it The Boxing Voice?
Yeah, I was on there.
I seen that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't really know much about it. I only ever got called on there one time, but I was just called on, or twice, because there was other guys talking shit about me, and then they called me in. I was like, what's going on here?
That'll happen. But yeah, reality is you could turn the tables on everything that's going right now with one slick punch.
That's it. And then prove that, like, what I believed my whole life about, you know, the old school guys with the weight disadvantages, how it didn't mean shit. I can prove it.
Yep.
It's a chance to prove it anyway.
And you'll have such a big voice in the sport that you'll be able to make changes and things. Something that I've been trying to do for 6 years.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Like of course I'm not going to pass this up, right?
Amazing opportunity. Win, lose, or draw. It doesn't. I don't give a flying fuck what happens. Like, it takes a real set of nuts to go up, arguably 2 weight classes to fight a real heavyweight.
Yeah, and a heavyweight that's avoided by heavyweights.
Yeah, nobody wants to fight Oscar Rivas for some reason.
No, he's Mike Tyson.
He's
that guy probably could have gave Mike Tyson a run. Let's be honest, like he's a monster. So.
Now, do you have a height advantage on Oscar? I know he's not overly tall.
Yeah, I got at least an inch on him.
So you probably have a reach advantage too.
No, I think we got the same reach.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just got a little bit of height.
Speed advantage?
From what my coach said, he said that Oscar has a quicker one punch. He says I got a quicker counter punch. So like when we're in tight, like if I explode with a counter, I'm faster. But Oscar Rivas has like a quicker explode with that overhand right from the outside, for example.
I think a lot of this fight's going to happen on the inside. I think that sneaky hook you got with the elbow down is going to come into play.
That's the punch. That's the punch I got to get him with. I got to get him with that. I got to get him with something short inside, something that he doesn't see coming. Like I'm gonna have to be smart in this fight.
You're gonna have to make him think right off the hop. You got to crack him right out of the gate.
Oh, there's no question. Like I can tell you exactly what my game plan is because. It doesn't really matter. I don't think he understands English anyway. But like I'm coming across the ring and I'm just gonna go for it. Like I'm not going 12 rounds. I got no interest in going 12 rounds, and I got no interest in trying to win a decision against them.
Yeah.
I'm just going across the ring and I'm going for it. I'm going to try to break them physically and mentally. I can't. Simple as that.
There's one fighter I like the way he starts every round. His name's Steve Claggett. You know who he is. He's
Big fan.
Right across to the other side of the ring and jabs that motherfucker right in the face.
Yeah.
Every round.
That's how you start a fight.
That's how you start a fight.
100%. Yeah. I'll do something like that, but probably not as many jabs.
Probably not.
I'm going right for them biceps, right for whatever, hit the biggest targets.
There's a systematical way to break him down, and it's to get him tired.
100%.
He's so big and muscular with the big round biceps. Like, tie him up, hit his arms, there's all kinds of shit you can do to him. But at the end of the day, you got to put hands on his chin.
It's a matter of just doing it without getting hurt, without getting rocked, without getting stopped. Because you also got to take into consideration that, like I said before, this is happening in Montreal. It's his hometown. They got all this money invested in this guy. If they could get an excuse to stop the fight, they're going to stop the fight.
100%. If there's a cut, it's getting stopped.
That's it. If there's a cut, if I get cut early in the first round, I better finish him before the end.
Oh yeah.
If I start getting hit with multiple punches, and even if my head's clear and I know I'm in the fight, like I better fire back or I'm going to get stopped. Like things like that, right?
So the fight is this Saturday night, like not today, but obviously when we're recording, but it's next Saturday.
I think it's Friday.
What's the date of it?
It's the 22nd. I'm pretty sure it's on a Friday.
The 22nd is a Friday, so we are less than 7 days away from this fight.
Yeah, 6 days.
And this is going to be available on pay-per-view?
Yeah, it's on ESPN.
ESPN pay-per-view?
ESPN, I think it's on Fight TV.
Okay.
Pay-per-view, yeah. And I don't think the pay-per-view is very much. This is what I'm heard today. It's actually like pretty cheap pay-per-view.
I'm not mad at that then. I'm going to get anybody out there, if you guys want to watch the fight, make sure you pay for it. Don't be a cunt and go out and illegally stream it, especially if you're Canadian. Reality is we got 2 Canadian guys that are going to go at it for a WBC Bridgerweight title. First time this has happened ever in history.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crazy,
support it. Get out there, support our Canadian guys. I don't care who you're cheering for, if it's Rivas or if it's Rozicki. It doesn't matter to me. But get out there and support the guys, and we got to get boxing bigger in Canada because we got an amazing talent pool here that just gets overlooked by the world.
Oh, 100%. Like, it's crazy the fighters we got here that don't get respect they deserve.
So
100%.
what's the plan after this fight? Is it straight back to Cape Breton?
Yeah, right back.
Okay.
Get right back home because it's hunting season, and I'm like frothing at the mouth here.
Well,
yeah.
I went out with the kids the other night to do a little bird hunting. We got a pheasant.
Oh yeah, I remember you were telling me last podcast that you were going to go after them.
Yeah, I crushed a pheasant I think it was last week, but they look like little velociraptors.
Yeah, they do. The long tails on them.
Yeah, they're an interesting bird, and damn, do they taste good.
Oh, I guess they do. They're way better than partridge.
So
yeah,
what are you going to be using for a weapon this year? Is it going to be the 303 British?
No, actually, I remember I told you I was going to use that. Ended up picking up a 300 Win Mag and a Tier D 6.
All right, my gun of choice is a 300 Win Mag. That's what I take out for everything.
Perfect. You hit it, you got it.
It's dead.
You know what I mean? There's no messing around. There's no like you don't got to be too precise. I mean, of course, you don't want to screw meat up.
No,
but like you hit the head or the neck or a lung, it's over.
Over. Game over.
Quick.
That's what I aim for, Howard. I aim for the head now because it doesn't mess anything up.
No, exactly. You don't want to waste any meat.
No, unless it's something that I can mount on the wall, which I don't usually go after them. But if they present themselves, I'll shoot them in the lungs or the heart. But other than that, hunting season is here. It's on right now in Saskatchewan. So I haven't gone out yet because it's been a little too warm. I don't like it when it's warm out.
What's the temperature there now?
Today was 23.
Oh, wow. That's way too warm.
Way too warm. I like it 6 degrees and below.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. You guys, so once you get in to the double digits, not even, cause you want to let them hang. Like you got to let them hang for at least a week, right? So
I usually go 14 days. I'll hang them. I like to hang them at home. I don't want to pay some asshole to hang them in their freezer because they charge you by the pound, like weight, like the hanging weight. So I got an elk tag this year. So if I get an elk, gut it out, I'm looking at 900 pounds.
Jeez, that's pricey too.
Yeah, so it's going to cost me an arm and a leg just to hang the damn thing, and then they're going to want to talk me into letting them butcher and cut and wrap it.
Yeah, and then you don't know, like, I don't know, you want to do it yourself till you make sure you're getting every bit of meat. You're cutting the grizzle and the fat off it. I find you take it to butchers, like, they just chop it up. Yeah. They don't take their time with it. They don't know how to process it properly. I shouldn't say they don't. Well, some of them, right? Some of them do, some of them don't, but a majority of them just they just cut it up, leave all the freaking garbage on it. Then everybody's complaining it tastes too wild.
Yep.
Because they're leaving all that shit on it.
So here's a story for I had a friend at work. He shot an elk 2 years ago, and he took it into the butcher, and he took it in. It was 800 pounds gutted, still bone in. So he figured he'd probably get 500 pounds of meat. He went to go pick up his elk. He had 100 pounds of meat.
Oh wow, they robbed him.
They robbed him, man. They had a bunch of kids working there, and as it was hanging, they were cutting off roasts and stuff like that and taking them home.
Oh damn, that's insane.
So I'll avoid butchers at all costs now.
Yeah, unless you know a good one, but like there's few and far between. It's hard to come by good ones nowadays.
It's hard. I'm excited to see what you get this year, though.
Yeah, I got a bear actually before I flew out to camp. I had a bear coming in, and like I was right on him. I was going to time him perfectly and go get him, and then I left. So he's definitely got all my bait gone, and God knows where my barrel is. But when I get back, I'll be back on him.
Now, do you eat the whole bear?
I never shot a bear.
Oh, okay. So this will be
the first one I've ever gone after.
So I do know a little bit about bear hunting because I have hunted them and I have eaten them. So
I've eaten them too. I've never got one. You
got to watch what they're eating because some of them taste like shit.
That's right. Yeah, you got to feed them good, right? This is what I'm told.
They like if you mix some molasses and honey and oats and stuff like that. They like that. You know what they really like is donuts.
Donuts, yeah, that's what I've heard too. Yeah,
honey glazed donuts. They really like that. But 1 year I shot a huckleberry bear, and I call it a huckleberry bear because I shot it in a huckleberry bush.
Okay.
In Trail, BC, and when I gutted that thing and I skinned it, the fat on it was purple.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And oh my God, that might have been the best meat I ever ate in my life.
Probably the fat was probably good on it too. Then.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. They're up in where I'm hunting at, like in Waikagama area. They come off the blueberry fields. Like it's a little late now because it's been quite a while since they've been off the blueberry fields. But if I would have got one, like let's say before I came to camp, it would have been the same thing. The fat would have had like a blue tint to it.
Yeah.
And they call it like I guess blueberry bear fat.
Yeah.
So I was pumped. My whole plan was after I got the bear, I was gonna take all the fat and vacuum seal it and just use that to cook my meat in.
Oh, you can make cut it with your deer sausage too, as the fat. Yeah. It'd been amazing.
Oh, I can't. Well, they're still going to be good. Obviously, it's just I'm just not going to get them coming off the blueberry fields now.
Next year, there's always next year.
Oh, of course. And like I'm feeding them. I got like you said, I got that molasses feed that horses eat. So I went to the co-op and I got like a shit ton of molasses feed, and then I got a bunch of big jars of peanut butter from Costco. And I melted down brown sugar, and I mixed it with peanut butter and then vanilla extract. So then in a huge pot, and then I dumped that in the molasses feed, mixed that all around, and that's what I was feeding them out of the bait barrels.
I might have went and eaten that.
Yeah, I was out cutting a spot with the chainsaw to put the bait barrel, and I look back at the truck, and there's Dion freaking going eating all my bait out of the friggin' butt.
That's funny. It's getting to be about 11 o'clock there. I will get you on your way. Thank you very much for making the time to talk to me. I know you're always good about coming on this show, but I'm sure you've been busy with a lot of the press that leads up to this kind of stuff and guys contacting you and wanting to talk to you. So I truly appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Like I said before, this is my favorite podcast. A lot of the podcasts, I don't. There was a Frenchman I did there, and just yes, some silly questions, but this is a good one. I enjoy this anytime.
We just don't talk boxing on this one. We'll talk hunting and kids and family. We don't give a flying fuck. We'll talk about it. But
Yeah.
best of luck to you on fight night. I got you round 4 by knockout.
Okay, let's hope.
Because I think it's going to be a firefight from round 1. It's not getting out of the pocket.
Left hook or right hook? Right hand. What's it going to be?
I think it's going to be in the pocket, that sneaky left uppercut hook thing that you got going on. I like that one. And then I think his head's going to snap up. His legs are going to go weak, and there's going to be a right hand coming down the pipe after it.
Okay. That would be nice. Let's hope that happens.
That's what I think is going to happen. So here's hoping. You have sponsors for this fight?
Yes, I do. I'm going to give a shout out to Coins Renovation. They've been a sponsor of mine since day one. I'm also going to give a shout out to Ashton Bernard. He sponsored me, not this camp, but he sponsored me last camp. I'm still going to give him a shout out anyway. And then also my dad's business where he works at. He works out. Actually, I don't want to butcher this, so I'm just going to check right quick.
Yeah. Got to get the sponsors right on these ones, or people start to get pissed.
Oh yeah, this is a big one. This is going to be my my new sponsor for basically the rest of my career.
Okay, so this is your main sponsor then.
Yep. If I can find it. If not, we'll just do the shout out on the next one.
Do you know what the name of it is?
No, we're going to just do it on the next one. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't find it.
Fuck. God damn it. Whoever that sponsor is, shout out to you guys. Shout out to all my sponsors. Manscaped, manscaped.com, promo code FINALSHOT20, save money on your purchase. USG Canada. Unfortunately, I could not get Oscar Rivas sponsored by USG Canada for this fight, but I'm going to send him some fucking gloves anyway, just so they are kind of in there. Sovereign Extracts, Onnit. If you're not on it, get on it at onnit.com/TFS podcast. And last but not least, Fleshlight. If you're a freak, get yourself a fucking Fleshlight. Stop using your hands. Ryan, again, best of luck. Best of luck with being a new father, too. That's going to be an amazing journey that you're going to have after this fight is over. And congratulations again to you and Dion. It was an amazing thing. Anything else you want to say before we get you out of here?
No, I think I pretty much covered it all. I think so. If you're tuning into the fight, I think it's going to be a great fight. Whatever way it goes, I think it's going to be explosive, and hopefully I'm involved in a legendary title fight.
Guys, it's October 22nd for the Bridger weight title. Don't fucking miss it. It's pay-per-view. Guys, that's the final shot.